3, 2. Someone's dead, and that's okay. What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, I want to talk about a news story that's been going around. It was shared several months ago, but now it's resurfacing. Basically, how some people try and sensationalize heavy lifting and the risks that it imposes on your body. And really, when it comes to any sport, there are always risks, and I'm not saying that there are not risks. What I am saying is that they're blown way out of proportion. Here's what I mean. The footage that's been circulating is of a guy that clearly is doing a deadlift with not optimal form. At the top of the deadlift, he kind of winces like something happened. And what people are saying is that he snapped his shit up, that his spine literally severed in half doing this deadlift. He passes out afterwards and he falls on the plates. And this is kind of just a warning to people that are just getting started with lifting, saying this is what happens when you lift heavy. And people, once again, are blowing it out of proportion. And why this is wrong, why it's dangerous, why I'm making this video to try and shed some light on this, is that it puts a negative light on heavy lifting. It is unfair, it's untrue, and it really blows up the risks associated with lifting heavy. Once again, there is literature associated with heavy lifting or powerlifting, weightlifting even. I believe there's even data on CrossFit compared to other sports. And if you take a look at the data compared to running, triathletes, and a bunch of other sports, things like soccer, the injury rates are very comparable. Anyways, and they also took a look at bodybuilding, but I'll get into that. Moving forward with this video, they're making this erroneous connection between this, let's say this scan that's done, this x-ray by someone at some point with this person doing the deadlift. And I'm saying I try to do as much research as possible on this video before making this video. I couldn't find, obviously, the data because this is just someone, I think, randomly splicing these two things together to make a sensational video to honestly just get views and shares. And it got a lot of shares. I think the video I saw when it was put out a few months ago, it got over 120,000 shares. So millions and millions of people have seen this. If you read the comments, people are saying stuff like, fuck this shit, like, why the fuck will you lift so heavy? Deadlifts are stupid. Now, these are outsiders to the sport. I'm speaking now, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys know the benefits of doing deadlifts, heavy lifting, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your health, when it comes to trying to optimize just a whole bunch of different things. But to the outsider, they see this, they don't know that it's true or it's not true, and they think, damn, you know what, like maybe this heavy lifting, maybe I should just stick to the curls, I shouldn't be doing deadlifts. And so this is false. You have to combat this when you see this. And most important, like I said, from speaking to a few people, it is incredibly, I can't stress that word, it is incredibly unlikely. I don't want to say it's impossible because, once again, I couldn't verify that this wasn't the guy's x-ray, but I doubt it, that happened, that he would just be a paraplegic from doing one deadlift, or even if it was possibly something, it could have been maybe when he fell over, but I doubt any of this is true. But also, even if, let's play the devil's advocate here, even if it is true, this is one case compared to millions and millions. You know how many people, I used to play, soccer, I wanted to be kind of competitive at it, couldn't quite get that far, but you know how many friends I know, people I know that have like torn quads, just various things happen to them, ruptured Achilles tendons. You take a look at any sport, any discipline that requires you to try and excel, there will be injuries. And again, if we look at the available data, so if we try and take a scientific approach to this, we'll see that powerlifting, when compared to other sports, the injury rate and let's say the magnitude of the injuries, so once again like a torn quad or a torn hamstring when it comes to the deadlift, they're very comparable. Actually, bodybuilding has amongst the lowest rates of injury. Their injuries are more chronic, so they occur over time, like overuse injuries doing the same thing, wear and tear, that's natural. But once again, comparing all these lifting sports to other sports, inevitably, there is a risk. I'm not denying that whatsoever. But to blow it up to say you're going to fuck yourself up, you're going to snap your shit up, this takes me all the way back to 2010, before powerlifting really took off. And I filmed some videos back then, way back in the day, with the short hair, where it said, guys, if you want to get stronger, you should be doing deadlifts, you should be doing squats. And I remember because it wasn't mainstream yet in the fitness community, people were saying the similar things, like, oh man, fuck this, this looks stupid, bro, just stick to curls, stick to the bench and stick to curls. And so I think this negative notion has to be fought. I just wanted to make a video on this. To anyone that might stumble upon this, I actually took a look at the statistics while I'm also making this, is that I thought, 90% of viewers of all my videos are subscribers. It turns out about 40% of you guys aren't subscribers. So randomly, people just passing through, maybe clicking on a video. So it's important to try and spread a good message. The last thing I want to say is that when it comes to these injuries, the wear and tear, these things do tend to happen, once again, to everyone. Not not this whole sensation like he snapped his back up. I mean, once again, like, you know, like a shoulder issue, a hip issue, all these things. It's not always due to having suboptimal form. You could try and prevent a lot of these things from proper technique, proper rehab, mobility, all those sorts of things. But again, there's always a very small risk. But that shouldn't scare you from doing the damn thing, from trying to get stronger, from trying to improve yourself. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Like the damn video if you think that lifting heavy is something smart or something that you enjoy, or you realize that it's not something that's necessarily going to blow out, like your L5 is just not going to shoot out your backside when you deadlift 135 pounds. Anyways, I got to get out of here. I got to do some damn curls. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.